Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Taylor from Team Scrub Out. Just got first place at the 25th anniversary Rarity Collection OTS Championship today at our locals here in South Hills, Pittsburgh. Played Tearlament, 42 cards. Didn't play it earlier this week and completely regretted it, and so now kind of happy. Won the mat, got a bunch of packs, and it performed really well. Shout outs, and I'll go over matchups after the profile, but shout outs to the filmer, buddy Nick, Andy, he did pretty well today. He ended up playing one piece by the end of the day. My friend Jake from Team Scrub Out as well, who did pretty well today. Casey, who I played, and a bunch of the other guys from locals, as well as, you know, good old Team Scrub Out. But anyway, let's get into the main deck. 1 Diviner and 3 Rhino for the normal summons. I don't play Baron, so I don't care as much about this, but it is just basically the 5th normal summon with the Merly. And then you play the 2 other names that, you know, you play them at 1 because they're limited. I like this a lot more because I play Bahamut Shark Toad, which is, I think, because you're not playing Baron, you kind of need further negate on your end board, otherwise you lose to like blowout cards. But yeah, all of these were fine. This in tandem with Scream to open is really, really powerful. And then having this being just an additional hand trap is crazy. Other tier cards, MVP of the deck. Totally awesome adds this back, so even when you have a set Celic and like a full board of no Tearlaments, you're almost always getting to a monster to be able to resolve it anyway, and then you can just continue milling. To complement these guys, I also play 2 Fenrir. This card was ridiculous all day. Free special, a lot of pressure, searches this, can threaten a bunch of different boards. Versus Unchained, this can just threaten the Rage or the Trap immediately. And then versus almost every other matchup, you have to answer this immediately, otherwise I could just go battle and clear 2 cards. There was a time when I wasn't playing this card, and I put it back in. I decided I will concede to Droll in the main deck, and it performed really well today. And hopefully will perform well at the YCS. All 4, if you cut Midori, you're crazy. All these cards just win you games. Recycling your own cards with the shufflers is incredible, and lets you use your Planet Pillar Rhino to pop cards really aggressively if you don't have access to tier cash immediately. And then these cards should just be banned. In reality, if these cards go, I think you could probably, these can stay at 1, but you could probably bring back the other tier names to 2 or 3. These cards are just what give you knowledge into your opponent's deck, and then you can choose what your end board is going to be afterwards. 2 Malicious, 1 Denier. I think this card is mandatory. If you don't play it, it makes your link climbing really weird, and this card basically lets you make Underworld Goddess super easily. 1 Beast. I like it just because it's another way to make Mud Dragon in the extra deck. It's a dark, you draw a card, you're crazy. Most people don't play this anymore, but I like Bahamut Shark Toad, and this card is just another way to facilitate that. 1 Moth, 2 Nessie. I want more Aquas. I've tried 3. I tried 1 like Joshua Kippenberg did at the YCS for his top 16 list. Shout out to him. I got a lot of inspiration from him, as well as a bunch of different people playing tier over the past format. But I found that 2 was the right number for me. It's okay in the hand, but for the most part, I just want another Aqua. And again, the level 4 is nice. You can make Redoer or Dweller more frequently, but I don't know. I wanted this mostly just for the other Aqua name. You really need to make Kaleido Heart, and if you make Kaleido Heart, you probably win the game. On to spells, Power, Foolish Burial. One of, you don't need more of this, you just get started playing. The actual power card of the deck, this card won me like 4 games today. Versus Dragon Link, he went full combo, I did absolutely nothing. And this got rid of his Warlord Savage and his Borland. I summoned a Garura and then threatened the Hieratic Seal immediately, and it was basically GG from there. Tier cards, 3 Scream. I like this at 3. I want to mill it, I want to open it, and the minus 500 attack actually comes up. 1 Heartbeat. I main this because I want to be able to add back traps afterwards, and being able to use your planet to pop your Kaleido, send this to add back a trap so you can end on Meta Noise and Sulik is incredible. 1 Wraith Sloth to search your Kashtiras. Again, it's worsened to Droll, but it's super powerful into anything else. 3 and the 1, you concede to Droll, but like these cards are the powerhouse of your deck. You want to play them. Finally, the traps. Worst brick in the deck, but you can discard it all with Dangerous. 2 Sulic, search everything you want. Meta Noise, add back from grave. Adding back like a Rhino Heart or a Havness or a Tear Cache can basically let you continue playing on your opponent's turn. We'll go extra deck next. My favorite cards in the extra deck, Bahamut Truck Toad. This is like what I'm trying to go for every game turn 1. There are other builds that try to facilitate this less or don't even play it, but Toad being a negate on your end board, plus Bahamut being an easy way to turn into an SP Little Knight is really powerful. Yeah, I really like these cards, and adding back Tear Cache is super impactful. 1 Redoer, I've considered taking this in and out of the deck, but it just comes up too frequently with the Sheeran. Most of the time I'm leaving Sheeran on my end board to secure myself through Nibiru, because I can just save that and then make a Tear Cache, or Kaleido Heart, shuffle back their Nib, and then I have Field Spell, Kaleido, huge token, and they still have to deal with anything else that I have searched the rest of the turn. Dweller versus Unchained, occasionally versus Dragons, versus the mirror match is incredible, it just wins you the game. This card I contemplated playing with a lot because I'm afraid of Flu, and it's really good if you have just like a bunch of random bodies that makes links but no fusions. You can end on this SP, and like if you have any tier card plus Sulic, you can just wait for them to waste a ton of resources to try to out this, and then you use the Sulic and tribute this off, so then you turn on the rest of your board. But in reality, I never made it, and anytime I had it in my deck, I most of the time would just prefer to be a Zeus. So moving forward, this is probably going to be a Zeus. And then the best XYZ in the game, in my opinion, this card is everything you want it to be, every card in your deck, and you can make it super, super easily. Links, best card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Don't really need to explain it too much. Make it on your end board after you mill a bunch of their cards. Take out an important card in their graveyard. The games that I make this on my end board, I win more than when I don't. Sprind. Send Merly. Send another level 2 that if you already have Merly in graveyard to win in time is pretty cool. This is crazy. Helps you make Sprint, helps you make SP, super, super strong. Versus Dragon Link, you just like take their Bestials out of their graveyard, or if you can make Underworld Goddess with their Borland and then link into this to take their Borland, you probably won the game. This is also for the Noir out, because I don't have Bestials anywhere, or not Bestials, I don't have Kaijus anywhere in the deck. So I like these. I never missed Cross Sheep, didn't miss IP. These cards were incredible. And then the pretty standard 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. If you make this card, you're probably winning the game. If you make this card, you're resolving Beatrice, and these are really good super poly targets. All right, time for the weird side deck. I'm terrified of getting Dwellered, and I'm also afraid of combo. So I'm playing a lot of hand traps, and these are the most impactful ones. Versus Manadium, versus the Tier Mirror, I just want these. Versus Dragon Link, it's super impactful. This card is good versus most things in the format, but people don't really respect it a lot. More cards for the Mirror, and Dragon Link, and Unchained. So like all of these are super versatile across like most of the combo decks of the format. And because of that, I needed more coverage versus stuff like Rescue Ace, Labyrinth, and stuff like that. So instead of playing the best out to a Noir or a Dweller in XYZ Encore, I decided to go with Back Row Hate, because these are also just generically good into most of the format. You can side them in, especially if they scoop turn 1, because you masked everything and they just don't want you to see what they're playing. You can put these in and be pretty good. This card, it's pretty cool. It's a Pyro. You can search it off that new rank 4 fire monster, which is kind of sick, but mostly it's just a good target to send off your Sprint when you already have Merly in the grave. And then Crime, Omni Negate going first. You search it with your Heartbeat if you mill it, or off of your Scream when you mill it. That's about it. I think everything performed really well. I'm excited for the YCS. And yeah.